Indeed, God is here. It's quite unfortunate that my work took me far away. I'm not always around. If not, by the grace of God, I was supposed to be here almost every day if time permits me. I am a living testimony. I don't usually go to church, but on the 31st day of December, my wife took me here, and I was forced to agree with the Spirit and what God is doing in this place. To be sincere, I employed somebody that I worked under some years back. He was my boss back then. So virtually 7-8 years later, I opened my own company, and I met him sometimes 2021 January. I met him somewhere I went. So he said, "Oga, I heard you have a company now. I don't have a job." And literally you can see that he's really passing through difficulty. So I said, no problem. Just call me so day. I'm going back to site. When I get to site, I will see what I can do, how I can bring you in to site. So I went to site. 2 weeks later, to cut the long story short, I called him and he came. Since I was running 2 sites at the same time, I have work in Delta State. I also have the same work I was pursuing in Akwa Ibom. So then I was not stable in Delta State. I now made him the head of the people in Delta State. Left salary, everything. He was the person managing the site, interfacing with my client on site while I was working in the going to Akwa Ibom State. 2-3 months later, the people that started the company with me were complaining to me each time I come to site. "Oga, be careful of this man, oh, because each time I come to site, he will be complaining, this man is very bad. This one is very bad." And gradually, I trust him so much, so I don't have any bias in my mind. Being somebody I put in charge of my site, whenever I complain to so person, I will sack the person immediately. Unknowing to me that those people he was sacking were people that did not agree with his devilish act. And literally, the people that started the company have sacked almost 5 persons. He was now bringing him his own people. Unknowing that this man was working underground to send me out of the place because I was not permanently on site. So this thing kept going on for about 3 months. It got to December. The company I started, gradually this man took over the company. I will go to Lagos to my client office and tell them this is what I'm passing through. They will say, "Go and meet David." Somebody I employed in my company. So December period, he got to the point I was forced to sign an agreement 60-40. 60% will go to his account, 40% will go to my account. My own company. So December, my wife took me out. She said, "Let's go. I've discovered somewhere we have to move." Because at some point I told one of my boys, "Please bring back my luggage. I'm not going to Kwale anymore. Let me just face the Akwa Ibom project." My wife said, "No way, you are going back to Kwale." We came to this place that fateful day, a service like this, and the man of God were praying, and he came to my case. And immediately I key in, I told my wife, "This is the right place. I can see that God is here. God is here. God is here." I don't believe, but today I was forced to believe God is here. So that day, after the service, the man of God gave me prayer point. He said, "Go and pray this prayer 3 days, do a midnight prayer. And before 31st, before first, you will get the result." Indeed, we left. My wife was pregnant. She was planning to go to Kwale to confront him by herself. I said, "No, you are heavy. You can't go. We are here already. Let go. Let his will be done." Because she was heavy. The first miracle that happened 2 days later, my wife gave to birth 31st. Morning, she gave birth. On the 31st, 31st, I now called Sule, my boy. I said, "Please, shut down the site. It's already December. Everybody should go back to their home. Pay everybody salary. Let everybody return back." I never knew that God was working for my favor. But thank God that he did not die on site. Because assuming he died on site, the whole loaf would have been on my head. So they came back 31st. 31st night, I was calling him. When I heard that everybody is back, let me ask him how he sad and all that. He was not picking. I never knew that
David.
the David
man
himself
that took over your company.
Yes.
You were calling his line.
I mean, this man bewitched me to the point that, I mean, I will go to Port Harcourt, buy food, buy provision, as somebody who is managing site for me. Somebody will tell me, please, oh God, don't give him that thing again. No, this man is throwing away anything you buy for him because he's already suspecting you. I don't know. My mind is free, so I don't know what is planning behind me. Look at, each time I come to site, the man will be looking at me like this. He said, you people don't call him Oga, don't call him sir, call him by his name. This was somebody I employed. I don't understand. And I'm surprised.
And what happened that 31st night?
So 31st night, I call, he was not picking. First morning, one of my boys called me, said, Oga, where? I said, what happened? Now I'm in town, at their house. He said, Oga, David don't die. First night, he went to church breaking fast. He slumped in the church, and from church they rushed him to hospital. All through that first morning, I was trying to call him to wish him Happy New Year. I never knew he was in the hospital.
I decree and declare, anybody that is fighting your destiny from being manifested, before the end of tomorrow, you shall hear the obituary announcement. Amen. I say you shall hear the